A few months ago, I was talking to a woman, smart, successful, making great money, and she told me something that broke my heart. She said, Theresa, I have $400 in savings. That's it, $400. And she had been working for 15 years. Not because she was bad with money, because nobody ever told her what the number was supposed to be, especially not as a single woman. Sister, today we are fixing that. I'm Theresa, and as a certified financial coach, a certified YNAB coach, and a motivational financial speaker, I have worked with women just like you. Women who are doing all the right things, checking all the boxes, and still feeling like they are one unexpected bill away from a crisis. And if that's you right now, I want you to hear me say this clearly. You are not alone. So many women are in this exact spot, and it's not your fault. But today, we are going to change it. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, because on this channel, we talk about real money, real strategies for real women who are ready to get organized, get clear, and get in control. Now let's get into it. So let's start with what you've probably heard before. Save 3 months of expenses. That's the standard emergency fund advice. 3 months. You've heard it 1,000 times, right? And here's the thing. For a 2-income household, 3 months is actually a decent starting point, because if one person loses their job, the other income is still coming in. There's a cushion. There's a backup. But you are a 1-income household. You are the income. If something happens to you, an illness, a layoff, a car that won't start, a medical bill that shows up out of nowhere, there is no second salary to catch you. You catch yourself. And that means the rules are different for you. I'm going to say it plainly. As a single woman, 3 months is the floor, not the goal, the floor. Your real target, the real number that's actually going to give you peace of mind is 6 months, maybe even 9 if your income is variable or your industry is unstable. Now I know 6 months sounds like a lot, and I'm not telling you to get there tomorrow, but I need you to know what the real number is, because nobody else is telling you, and you deserve to know. Now hold on. Before we go any further, I want to ask you something. Drop a comment right now and tell me, do you currently have an emergency fund? And if yes, how many months does it cover? I'm not here to judge. I promise. I just want you to know where you are, because that's where we start. Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading them. Now let's keep going. So why is it that so many single women, smart, hardworking women, end up with emergency funds that are too small or no emergency fund at all? I've seen this over and over again, and it usually comes down to 3 reasons. Reason number 1, you use the wrong math. Most of us were taught to think about 3 months, if we were taught anything at all. And so that's the number that gets stuck in our heads. 3 months. Maybe you even hit 3 months at some point and thought, okay, I'm good. But the math was built for someone else's life. Your math is different. Your 3 months needs to be 6. Reason number 2, life keeps rating the fund. You build it up, $500, $1,000, maybe even $2,000. And then something happens. The car, the dentist, the flight home for a family emergency, and you pull for it because that's what it's there for. Right? Yes. But then you never fully rebuild it. And slowly over time, your emergency fund stays small, or it goes back to 0. And the cycle starts all over again. I'm telling you, this is the most common story I hear. And here's the truth. If your fund isn't fully funded, every emergency pushes you further back. It's not about discipline. It's about not having a system to rebuild it automatically. Reason number 3, you're counting the wrong things. Here's one I see all the time. Someone tells me, oh, I have savings. And I ask, where is it? And they say, in my checking account. Or I have a credit card I could use. A checking account is not an emergency fund. A credit card is not an emergency fund. A credit card is a debt trap dressed up as a safety net. Your emergency fund needs to live in its own separate account, a high-yield savings account, completely untouched until a true emergency happens. That separation is what makes it real. Now, before we get into how to build this thing, I want to pause for a second. If you're watching this and you're thinking, Theresa, I don't even know what my number is. I don't know what 6 months of my expenses actually looks like. That is exactly what we figure out together in a financial clarity call. One-on-one, we look at your income, your expenses, your goals, and we build your specific plan, your real number, your real timeline. The link is right there in the description below. come talk to me. Now let's get back to it. So now that you know what the goal is, let me tell you how to actually get there. Because knowing you need 6 months is one thing. Building it, that's a whole nother thing. And I want to make this as simple and as doable as possible for you. Step 1, know your number. What does 6 months of your expenses look like? I want you to add up everything. Rent or mortgage, car payment, utilities, groceries, insurance, subscriptions, everything. Add it up for 1 month. Then multiply that by 6. That is your target. Write it down. Put it somewhere you can see it. Make it real. Step 2, open a separate high-yield savings account, not a second checking account, a savings account. Ideally, a high-yield one that's earning you interest while it sits there. And this account is off limit. It is not for vacations. It's not for a sale at your favorite store. It is for emergencies only. The physical separation from your checking account creates a psychological barrier, and that barrier matters. Step 3, automate a contribution every single payday. Here's the part most people skip. Don't rely on yourself to manually transfer the money. Set up an automatic transfer. Every time you get paid, $50, $100, whatever you can manage right now, it goes straight to that account. You don't see it. You don't touch it. It just bills dollar by dollar. Progress, not perfection. You don't have to fund 6 months overnight. You just have to start. Your first goal is $1,000, just $1,000. That is your starter emergency fund. From there, you build to 1 month, then 3, then 6, one step at a time. And if you're using YNAB, this is one of my favorite things to set up in there. You create a savings goal, you assign dollars to it every month, and you watch it grow. It makes the invisible visible, and there is nothing more motivating than watching that number go up. Now, I want to be real with you just for a second. Some of you are watching this and thinking, Theresa, I can barely cover my bills right now. How in the world am I supposed to save 6 months of expenses? And I hear you. I see you. And I want you to know this is not about perfection. This is not about doing it all at once. This is about direction. Even $25. $25 a month in the right direction is better than nothing in the wrong one. You start where you are, not where you wish you were. Before I let you go, I want to speak something a little deeper. For some of you, the reason your emergency fund is small or empty isn't just about math. It's about fear. It's about the belief that you'll never really get ahead. That is just not true. That security is for other people. And my friend, I need you to hear me on this. That is a lie. Security is not for other people. It's for you too. You were not designed for survival mode. Proverbs 21:20 says, the wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. That is your emergency fund. That is biblical wisdom. God designed us to prepare to be wise stewards, to build. And he didn't bring you to this moment, to this video, to this awareness by accident. I truly believe that. Whatever season you're in right now, this is the beginning of something better, not the end of your story. Now let's recap what we talked about today. The standard emergency fund advice, 3 months, was not built for you. As a single woman, your target is 6 months, maybe more. And here's why. You are the income. There is no backup plan except the one that you build. The 3 reasons your fund isn't enough: wrong math, lives keep rating it, and you're counting the wrong things. And here's how you fix it. Know your real number. Open a separate high-yield savings account and automate a contribution every single payday, even if it's small, dollar by dollar. Your first goal, $1,000. Just start there. Progress, not perfection. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other women just like you find this channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and drop me a comment below. Tell me, what's your emergency fund goal? What are you building towards? I want to know. I read every single comment. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. And my dear friend, guess what? You got this. See you next time.